God, who is it now? Oh dear. Well, oh boy, what do I do? Let's ignore it. Run away. Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hope everybody's well. Thanks for joining me today. Why isn't Celeste here? I'll never understand this aspect of the game. I thought if we had an event, especially if Isabelle announces it, that we would see Celeste. Gosh, I'm going to try super hard not to make my chair creak and crack and groan and the dogs next door have been yapping their fool heads off for a half hour now. I waited as long as I could, and I'm like, you know what? I need to get back to my game. There they go again. Okay, I guess Celeste doesn't show up all the time. I hardly ever see her. Her DIYs are really the only ones I'm interested in. And I think I have 3. The wand. And gosh, maybe that's the only one. The wand. Okay, so, oh, well, hello there, Timmy or Tommy. Oh, Tommy, aren't you cute? It's good to know they get out once in a while, stretch their legs, huh? Okay, sorry about that. About the island. I did set this up so that I could do the museum, which we, hooray, completed. Very happy. It's why I didn't really give too much consideration to design, layout, villagers, things like that. I did try to collect as many items as I could. Okay, she's not there. There she is. Thought bubble gone. Are you over yourself? Quinn. Why do I always want to call her Celia? That's Quinn. Anyway, get away from everybody. I am on the fence about what I should do at this point. I like the green airport. Green is my favorite color, among many, believe me. To be honest with you, I think the only color I really don't care for is blue. But here's our island, and here are our villagers, and this is bugging me as well. We have 2 cats, 2 eagles, 2 ducks, a bird and a bird. Oh my goodness, we have 3 cats. We have 3 cats. Ay, ay, ay. Huh. It just doesn't feel right to me. And I know that's weird, but you guys, if you've been following me, you know I'm weird. And then as for the layout itself, I'm not happy with it. And I think part of the reason, I could be wrong, but I think part of the reason nobody congregates at our center down there is because I have separated the clothing store, the museum, and Nook's Cranny. And I think if I brought those closer to resident services, that might make more people gather. But again, the question, I'm just going to be running around here gathering stuff for more Nook Miles. That's my goal at this point, is to get as many Nook Miles as I can. I really wish that I could get more white and green pumpkins, and it's just not in the cards. Very bummed. All I get is orange and yellow, orange and yellow. think I might have one green one at somebody's house, but I'm not sure. Off topic. I hear a balloon. I'm sorry. I hear a balloon and I just don't see it. That's another thing about this island. In all the time, it's been almost a year. It'll be a year next month that we have been on this island. And I still don't know the balloon directions for morning and evening. But I figured it out. During the day, it comes off the ocean and goes west. So after 6, it goes from west to east. Oh boy. It just goes to show how much I have concentrated on getting the museum finished. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Is there any point in my fixing up this island and getting villagers and making it a nice place when I know, because it's coming up on a year that we've been in this place, I am not a forever island player. And don't even start to think that I'm knocking anybody. My daughter is a forever island. She has had the same island since we started playing together in 2020. Nothing has changed. She adds flowers and she moves things. She's actually finally starting to kick out her old villagers. As you can tell, I keep getting them. But she rotated with the horses. She rotated with the gorillas. And then all of a sudden she had a bunny on her island. And I'm like, whoa, what got into you? So I'm not knocking anybody. I turned off the music yesterday because KK's concert. I think it's very rude to have music going in the background when he's trying to sing. So I always turn it back on the next day. Hey, did you notice my flag? Oh, I really stink. You go, Olivia. Sing your heart out. See, it's just so sad that she's the only one there. They don't exercise together. They don't congregate and sweep and talk, and I don't like that. And it has happened to me in the past. So I try to get as much harmony going as I can, and it's not easy. But I do think half the problem is that I have scattered the shopping districts to the four winds, and that's not a good idea. But that just leads us right back to the question of the hour. Do I bother? I know I worked my tail end off to get the museum up and running. And I do have all but one of the gold tools. So here's what I'm kind of sort of thinking, is that I stay here until I get that golden shovel from Gulliver. And then I say bye-bye to Halcyon and start all over again. And I'm thinking of, oh gosh, I hate to use the word theme, and you know I'm not going to use core. You know I'm not going to use core. I actually found out the other day that I am a core, and I didn't even know it. So I don't know how I feel about that. I'm like a hardcore, don't core me. I did not mean to connect those two words. That came out wrong. Hardcore, no core. I thought for sure that you could just like sweep up and down with the pen, and you can't. I was just going to scribble a sideways lines and make a face. A nonplussed face. Didn't work. So I'm trying to straighten out the lines as best I can. Man, oh man, do I stink at this. Yes, I am one of those who envy the artistic. Some guys, wow. But you know what I think they're doing is they're using an art pad. My daughter has 2 of them. She actually gave me one of hers. And I'm too afraid to use it because I don't want to break it. But you just plug it into your computer and it comes with the pen. I'm pretty sure you can use those on this board. I don't know how. I would not even know how to set it up. But I think that's why they can do such outstanding work. Not that they're cheating. Again, don't mix my words. Oh, I wish I could quit apologizing. It's so sad that we live in a world where you have to be on guard with every single thing that comes out of your mouth. And I don't want to be that way. I don't know how did we let bullies take over the world? How did that happen? Anyway, this is my homage to finding out what kind of a core island we have. And I know that my dry sense of humor is going to go right over everybody's heads. But I try. Good heavens, I try. All right. Back to the topic at hand. I like the idea of trying to get that golden shovel from Gulliver. The problem is if he shows up on my island once a month, I'm lucky. And then when I don't care, it's like he's there every other day. So I don't know how much of Murphy's Law applies to this particular game, but it seems to be in working order for me, let me tell you. We are This hit me kind of hard. I was watching a video the other day, and they did normcore. And it didn't hit me at first. They just kept saying, this is what everybody did back in 2020. This is what everybody did back in 2020. And I'm like, really? I still do it. Apparently I'm normcore. And I don't want to be any core at all. Oh, man. So, I'm normcore. It kind of puts me in that boring bracket, you know? And I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sorry I don't do Treasure Islands, okay? I would if I had the courage to do it. But I just don't get it. I don't get how it works. And I am not paying money to subscribe to somebody's Twitch channel just to get on an island. I'm not going to do that. And that's the other thing I thought I would mention. I don't know how other YouTubers do this, but I will never be able to afford 5 or 6 Nintendo Switches to be able to create one island and then create another island and then create a Forever Island and then create a 4th island. I don't know how they do it. Well, I do know, and they can afford to do that. I most definitely cannot. So I always have to get rid of whatever island I created and start a new one. Because I only have one Switch, and that's as good as it's going to get for me. And I hope everybody who's interested in my videos is okay with that. The other thing I thought I would discuss real quick, and please, you're welcome. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this stuff. Whether you like it or not is kind of beside the point, but I am always interested to hear why you feel the way you do. I thought giving Nuka-san another try. I had great luck with it, and it might have been a fluke because it was the first and last time I ever did it. It was a couple years ago. I found someone who was giving away blue rose plants. And I had tried and tried and tried and tried to do it on my own, and it just never worked. So I gave up and I said, you know what? This is ridiculous. I'm not enjoying this. So I cannot quite remember, but she wanted one item, and I ended up looking at her wish list, and I gave her 3. plus a gift and I think 10,000 bells. I can't remember. I was quite generous because I was scared I was going to upset someone and get a bad review. And she brought over the roses and she gave me double. I think it said she would give away 3 or whatever she wanted, like 5 Nook Mile tickets or something. I cannot remember. I'm sorry. And she gave me 6. I was stunned. And I have had it in the back there. I've had those blue roses ever since. Those are all from those 6 blue roses that sweet woman gave me. And I'm forever grateful for it. But that was a couple years ago. I don't even know if Nookazon still has people. Okay, Quinn. I can't get to my house any other way but here. Well, I can, but I gotta go all the way around. Flower power? What happened to Rambler? Flower power, that's cute. I didn't even notice. I need to get to my house. Boy, oh boy. So, I forget the way, but I eventually figure it out. Anyway, Nookazon, oh my goodness, do I always go off topic. Maybe I could try to get some Nook Miles tickets that way? I don't even know if anybody uses it anymore. You get the impression nobody is playing the game anymore, but then when you watch YouTube videos, it's like, quite a few people seem interested in this game. So it's kind of hard. Kind of like watching the news. Everybody hates Trump. Everybody hates Biden. Everybody loves Trump. Everybody loves Biden. Which one is it? It can only be one. So I need to get all of that nonsense out of my head and just put blinders on and just move forward. I'm just gonna do what I think I should do and hope for the best. I'm tired of doing this struggle here just to gain 500, 1,000, maybe if I'm lucky, 1,500 Nook Miles a day. And you need 2,000 Nook Miles just for one ticket. So it takes about 2 weeks to gather up enough Nook Miles to buy 10. It's like, that's not helping me. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. I think we've agreed that we will stay here until I get the gold shovel. And it says 30, help Gulliver 30 times. We know we've helped him 20. But I don't know how many after that I've helped him with. Because the Nook Miles that you get for it stopped at 20. And they don't show you any extra. And then once we get the gold shovel, I will feel much better about 86ing Halcyon, dumping all my stuff on my daughter again. I hope she doesn't mind. And then getting a new island, getting my gold tools and coming to the new island and starting from scratch that way. Because I did mention earlier, and of course, sidetrack, always getting sidetracked. There goes my chair again. I'm sorry. Do you know how hard it is for me to sit still? When I talk, I move. My hands are flailing all over the place. My feet are twitching. My knees are bobbing. I don't know why. Sit still. I remember the nuns in elementary school. Sit still, dear. Or they'd walk by while they're reading or something. They'd walk by and they'd just gently press their palm on my knee so it wouldn't be bobbing anymore. And oh my gosh, it would make me want to cry. Like, did I just do something wrong? Because I don't even realize I'm doing it until somebody points it out. I hear a balloon again. I'm hearing things. Where was I? What was I talking about? I'm right this time. Quinn. Oh. I don't know why I didn't think of that in the first place. I have to pop balloons. Okay, where was I? What was I saying? Ah, yes, the new island. I know it's been done to death, and I do hope you're okay with it. But I was thinking of, speaking of themey, please don't add the word core to the end of whatever I decide to do. I'm not going to do it. You're welcome to do it if you want to. It might even be funny to let you guys put it in the comments. Yeah, this is so blank core. I'll just smile. Okay, if that's what you think. I'm not moving and my chair is still creaking. Okay, I was thinking, because I've never done it before, and it's always intrigued me, but maybe like a color or a certain type of animal, or maybe a little bit of both. Like if I go with, what should I say, green, obviously, but not necessarily. So all of the villagers' houses would have some type of green on it. Lots of green decorations. Problem with that is there's only one green flower, isn't there? But there are a lot of green bushes. All right, green was a bad choice. Example. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Let's go with pink, okay? There are pink flowers. I know we have pink roofs, pink doors, pink mailboxes. We have pink villagers. Something like that. Or I could just do the island is that color and my villagers are whatever. Well, no, not whatever. My island is just the color, but the villagers are all, I don't know. What are my favorites? I love the wolves. I love the gorillas. I love the cats, but gosh, we've had so many cats. Do you know what I've never had on an island? Not once. Well, no, that's not true. Because I think on our very last island, I had Daisy, didn't I? Did Daisy finally join us, my very first dog? I don't know. Or we could do all pink animals with pink houses, pink flowers. You know what I'm saying? It would have to be something I'd need to think about. I've been thinking about it for a long time. I just can't decide. It's so tough. What do I do? What do I do? I've always wanted to. Well, let me just say that part of the reason I hesitate is that I don't do treasure islands. And it seems to me that a vast majority of YouTubers make it a point of doing treasure islands and getting exactly what they need in the exact color that they need, the exact style, and then they just go to town and they make these absolutely fabulous islands. That's just not going to be the case with me. And so my fear is that it's going to fall flat. Sorry, that was the sump pump. So there's a lot of things I need to think about. But you're welcome to comment, let me know what you think. If you have any ideas or suggestions, I will happily read them. But I think that's what we're going to do as far as Halcyon goes. We'll wait. And yeah, I may time skip. I hope you don't mind that. Just run down the beach every day looking for Gulliver. Because I mentioned it already. This is going on a year here, and I'm kind of over this island. And that's the way I play. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong. That's just the way I play. I'm getting the feeling that these gals are trying to scam me. They just keep offering the same thing over and over and over again. Like there's one new piece there, and that's the Asian dress. Those fedoras, the bows, that floppy hat, all of that stuff has been there. That plaid dress, hey, those glasses, the socks too, especially, and the shoes. I've been seeing them week after week after week. But we're coming up to the end. I do hope I made some semblance of sense with where I'm planning to go in the future. I intend to keep playing the game though, so don't worry about that. Gee whiz. Takes me... there goes the chair again. It takes me 27 minutes to say 2 minutes worth of information. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.